Hey guys, today is November 2nd and I am cooking tiki masala again. So hubby has been loving this stuff. This is from Costco and it's basically sauce in a jar, kind of like spaghetti sauce, but it's tiki masala. So I usually cook this with the chicken in the pan and simmer it, but because I get my chicken from Costco, it's already cooked. So I feel like I'm almost heating it up in the pan, so I figure it's better just to put it in, mix it up, and then put it in the microwave. I feel like that's better. I mean, on here it says to cook the chicken and like make sure that it's nice and like what do you call it, grilled in a way, but it's already cooked, and I feel like if I do that, it might overcook, so I'm just going to microwave it, okay? I'll cut the process in half, and the chicken won't be overcooked. So thank you, Costco, for cooking it to perfection, and all I have to do is mix the tiki masala and the chicken together. Yeah, Brian has been on this tiki masala binge for a moment. Like, I've done this at least 4 times already, and he keeps asking for it. I mean, he's on his chicken diet because he wants to lose weight and make sure that he's healthy and his cholesterol's down. He has been doing really well with his fish and no red meat diet, just chicken and whatnot, but he did have a cheat day over the weekend, or cheat days. Had a bite of some red meat, and not much, just a bite. Usually he would eat like a lot, but he's lost a good 7 pounds, so we are happy and thrilled. He did cut out carbs. He's eating cauliflower, drinking a lot of water, liquids, and just staying away from the red meats and carbs. And that is my baby making all that ruckus, which is totally fine because that's what babies do. They make a ruckus, a fuss. All right, so let me try to put this in the microwave. So, oh, there's popcorn. Once again, popcorn from Costco is delish. I used to love the Pop Secret, but their popcorn is pretty bomb. You want some, baby? Look at him. He always takes off his clothes. Just recently, just drop it. I mean, these magnetic knees are super convenient, but the older he gets, he just takes off his clothes. Okay. Brian is rehearsing for an interview that he's going to do right now, and hopefully he does well. He's trying to learn how to speak normally. Looking up other interviews on how to speak normally. I'm like, dude, just speak normally. But then I can't say that because, you know, I'm kind of vlogging in a way just to get myself to be natural as well in public, I suppose. And here he goes again. Put your clothes back on. So cute. Just took this out of the microwave, and I did it for 2 minutes. You have to mix it. Oops. Clumsy. You have to mix it because it will be cold in some areas and hot in others. So I'm gonna make sure that it's nicely distributed throughout the whole container. So yeah, it goes with like most foods too, like even the popcorn. Like if you don't have the spinning wheel, because I did that once, I was washing this wheel thing, and then I didn't put in the this back in, and so I put in the popcorn and it just stayed still and it burnt. So it has to like distribute the heat properly. So yeah, just a thought, since I'm a beginner cooker kind of type. So yeah, we're gonna go for another 2 minutes. Alright, and there it is. My tiki masala. Microwaved. Okay, hubby is in a meeting and he asked me to take care of baby for an hour. Though I technically take care of baby like about good 15, 16 hours a day. It's okay. I love being around him. We are still breastfeeding, and it's because, you know, it's the only way to keep him in one place, you know? He moves around everywhere, but when we breastfeed, we get to cuddle him. It's so nice. It's so nice. And I do breastfeed him like a lot. Like, if you thought, you know, every 2 hours or less is bad, I do it every like 30 minutes. It's just so bad. Sometimes for hours, I don't even let him unlatch because I just want to hold him and enjoy him. And, you know, his dad is always working, so he's always being like kind of, I don't know, not noticed, and it's because he's so intense in his work, so he just kind of didn't realize that baby is kind of like roaming around lonely and such. So I see baby through the wise cam and I just feel so guilty, so I just go in there and just hang out with baby, read to him, play with him, feed him, change his diaper. So yesterday when I was at a show, Brian took care of baby for the time being, and then baby took off his clothes for like a split second. Like, I guess BK was just really busy working, he didn't notice, and baby took off his diaper too. He walked around this place naked, roamed around for like a quick moment, and then hubby checked in on baby and then saw that baby was not only running around the house naked, but he found a pile of poop on the ground in his room right here behind me. And we're like, oh my god. Like, seriously? I wasn't here for it, but Brian told me, and I was like, the heck, why didn't you look after him? He's like, I did. He just did it in a quick second. So I was like, oh man. And it's not really his fault. The diapers that I got by accident, those were the ones that we're trying to just like, you know, use just so that we won't be wasteful. It doesn't really like seal good enough. They are like the moist dry one. I don't know what it is, but I picked it up by accident. I meant to pick up the swaddlers. The swaddlers are good. Those stay on, and baby doesn't. I mean, he does, you know, attack it, but not as much. And even if when he does, it stays on a little bit more better than these wet dry ones, whatever they're called by Pampers. But anyways, look at him roaming around, keeping me all like, yeah, he's not supposed to be in this area. I gotta finish this up. Anyways, today I hired contractors to finish this place up, but no show again. The difficult part with construction is that you definitely don't want to do everything yourself. As you can see, this house is not ever going to get done because we've been doing it ourselves, and it's fine because it's our own house, so we can have the financial freedom to, you know, take a moment, because we're just doing it for, you know, our own personal purposes. But for the Lake Area house, we don't know like how that's gonna do. Like, we need to get a schedule, we need to get like a team together, and if people are not showing up to work, then it's kind of difficult for us to like get the project done in an orderly time. So I have been just sitting here looking up budgets and trying to schedule everything out perfectly. I'm not that type of person who does that. Brian is. He's basically the guy who will stop all your projects if things aren't planned out properly. He's the building and safety kind of guy where you just like are super annoyed at because everything is just not correct. Do it again, kick back, kick back. So now we're on the other end, and so he wants to get everything perfect. I'm more like, okay, here's a room, get this done in like a month, and I'm just gonna go haul ass and get that room done. But I need to see that room. For him, it's like, no, we have to build it in our plans before doing it in person, in real life, in real time. So I have to just kind of really get myself in the zone, because if we don't plan this correctly, we are going to like dump a lot of our money into the house, and it's just going to be a waste, and it's not something that we want to do. I mean, at first we wanted to do this as a fun house, and then now we're thinking let's get Vin involved, which, by the way, Vin is super busy because he's working on other projects to make some money to support my parents. And I feel really bad for him, because the other day he came here and he was really, really emotional, and he was like almost like to a point of like, he was tearing up, but he didn't cry yet. So I was like, what's going on? He was, Mom and Dad, it's just so stressful. I work so hard, and I'm just starting to get my life together, and just starting to make a little bit of money, and all of it's gone because they want me to take care of everything, which is fine. He just thinks that it's fine. He's trying his best to help his parents, because right now no one else is, for the reasons of like my parents being such, forceful and very bad people in a sense, where they don't protect their children from, predators. If you guys follow me, then you guys know that they're still hanging out with people who have, sexually harassed their kids and raped, and all sorts of people that have bad blood, on their hands, they associate themselves with. So that's why I cut my family out after having baby, or during when I was pregnant. I just couldn't handle it anymore. And on top of that, they were very ungrateful for what we've done, me and Brian, for 20 years for them. So we just felt like, man, this is just dragging and draining, and it's unhealthy for us. So we just, I was surprised I pulled the plug. But anyways, now Vin's picking up the slack. And he's been doing it for a good, a few months, and he's just stressed out. He's like, I don't have anything. I'm just really like, I'm okay with helping them, but at the same time, I feel even worse that they're so unappreciative. So, I totally understand, because I've been in his shoes for a long time, and so I don't know how long he's gonna handle this, because he's not as like I wouldn't say strong, but I feel like he's not mentally prepared for what's going to happen, because I know him so much. I've known him since we were kids, and he's going to break down. He's already breaking down like a few months in, and I've had it for like 20 years. So it's like, it's a relationship where he's going to have to find out himself and make the right decisions for his own mental health, and see if he can survive this, or he can maintain this, because I do feel the pressure is more on him, because he doesn't make as much, and so when he gets a little bit like started, he just like feels like accomplished, and then it gets taken away. So that effect is much more of a heavier burden than most people. So yeah, that's my baby down there coughing. I have to watch him carefully. So, I hope he does well, and I don't want him to work on this house, because I don't want to rely on him. Some days I pay him, some days I don't, because, sometimes he's unreliable at the same time, and I don't want him to feel like he's working at my place and dragging his feet. He's welcome here at any time. We take care of him as well. He stayed here rent-free for as long as I can remember. We have been really a good outlet for him, but now that he's kind of starting on his own, it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's bad, because he's got baggage in a sense. And I don't know, we're trying to help him in any way we can. He wants to get our truck, and so we're trying to like organize something where we could figure something out for him. We've tried many times in the past, and of course I would get mad at him for not, stepping up to the plate, and we would talk, and it's back and forth, and he defends my parents because of the things that they do, and I don't like that, because it's like, dude, it's wrong, but he's like, no, they're our parents, you shouldn't. But I'm like, if your parents kill someone, it's not right, for example. So, the things that they've done, it's not right. So no matter what it is, it's just one of those things where you gotta really choose your battles and see if you're okay with it or not. And then there's other people involved, like family members, and so we all have our differences in everything in this family. So everyone's kind of in limbo and separated, but hopefully someday everyone will get their minds and their brains straightened out and figure out what's important to them or not. And whatever it is, when you come to the end of your decision, then that's all up to you, and everyone should respect that and accept. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. This guy. Oh, okay. I love you. Like this little nougat right here. I'm very concerned that, like, let's say for example, I just kind of let my parents get away with everything they do, and then I go on a show and they take care of him and they bring a predator over. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with anyone like touching my baby or even looking at my baby in any sexual manner. Like, you know, we've been through it as kids, and for me it was traumatizing. Sometimes I come off like it's not much, but we put it in the back, and we just don't really pay attention to it much. So now that I'm older and I have a responsibility to protect my own baby, I want to make that tough decision to do so. So yeah, you're all worth it, honey. You're all worth it. Even though mommy didn't want you at first, but she made a mistake, okay? She loves you. I love you. Kisses. Kisses. Thank you. Mwah. Every day, huh? Every day. Back here.
What? What happened, huh?
What do you mean what happened? Your workers didn't show up.
My workers? I had them for a couple days, and then you had them, and they scared. The fuck? You had longer time with them. I had no problem.
I had
They show up right on time, ready to go. Rock and roll.
3-4 days. It is bedtime for Scooper, and I think he knows it, so he keeps staring at that room. I take a photo of him every single day, and sometimes he is moving way too fast, so I can't get a really good photo of him, so I'll grab a screenshot of this. So let's get a quick one real quick, huh? Honey, put out your tongue. Hey, Ryan. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy every day. You never know it, dear. Oh, how much we love you. Please don't take them away. Here, can I get one? Here. Stick out your tongue. Here, Ryan. You want to give me a kiss? Okay, I'll take it. Shh. Baby is down, and we are hanging out right here. I excused Brian from putting baseboards downstairs. He promised me 10 baseboards today, but obviously he was caught up with meetings and such, interviews, and so we're just gonna chill out for a moment. It's been a whole 45 minutes past when he was supposed to do it, so yeah. Tomorrow is election day. Well, it's been election day weeks or months. People have been voting and casting their votes. And we are definitely prepared for the pandemic of voters rioting on Wednesday, because it's going to be pretty crazy. I remember 4 years ago when I was singing in Seattle and the results just came out and people were protesting in Seattle, and I was like getting off the airplane and there was like issues of trying to get to my my ride because people were just like protesting at airports. I mean, it's gonna be a crazy day tomorrow. I voted for Biden and Harris this year. 4 years ago, I voted for Trump and what's his name? Michael Pines, right? Okay. if you watch Borat, then you know. Okay. But
Dude, don't watch Borat. Don't watch it.
so whoever wins. We all want the best for our country. Even though I voted for Biden, I think Trump is gonna win. 4 years ago, I bet Brian that even though we voted Trump, I bet that Hillary was gonna win. Turns out that Trump won, and Brian won that bet against me, and won some money here and there because he bet that. And 4 years later, we are betting again. I think Trump is gonna win, and Brian thinks Biden's going to win. Ben, who do you think is gonna win?
Kanye West.
Kanye West literally is like the same person as Trump. That's why, probably, I don't know. But Jennifer Aniston posted on her Twitter account, said that don't vote for Kanye, it's not even funny. And then he rebutted and like shot back at her and said, well, Friends wasn't funny either.
Oh.
Like, what the heck? And to be quite honest, that's a low blow because honestly, Friends was funny and it's still funny today when you're watching it as a series. So, I mean, he's got his like ego bruised here and there, but you know.
It's like a kid thing.
Yeah.
Like, you said this to me.
Yeah,
I gotta
we'll say this
something
back to you. You said that to me. Yeah. So, Kanye, Brian thinks that he did it because he's a Republican and he wants to defer votes away because some people be like, oh, Kanye's on there, let's just vote for him. So take away votes from either whatever candidate that he's, rooting for. So, anyways, hands on the table or bets on the table. I think Trump's gonna win because, their supporters are pretty massive and crazy. Just recently, Biden was trying to campaign in Texas, and people were running him off the road. They were like an actual organization where they were like trying to like cause traffic and make sure that he doesn't like campaign in Texas. And it's like, yeah, you guys are all fighting for your freedom and your choice of, amendment, but you won't even let him go campaign in Texas. I don't know. It's a little bit hypocritical. So it's kind of sad because some people were like threatened and they feel hurt. I even want you to tell a story about what you feel about today at IKEA.
Oh, IKEA?
Yeah.
Oh, shit that we gotta deal with now.
Yeah, like people are just getting crazy and
like,
we're not united anymore.
Like being Asian?
Yeah, or I guess, or just being like
fearful, Mongol.
No, it was more like just I don't know, dude. It was worse, cause like, or just like he was
basically
entitled or some shit like that.
He was entitled, or he felt
his
that way.
6 foot, you know what I mean? But I went to IKEA. And I shit you not, this is like a line to an amusement park. It was that long.
I've been there, I know.
Right? And I'm like, okay, I do understand 6 feet apart. So we're all masked up and we're trying to keep at 6 feet apart as much as possible.
But some people creep up. Some people do creep up.
Some happens, whatever. But this guy was in the corner kind of area, and me and my friend was in this area. And I'm in line. And I'm just like, going back and forth because I'm like, I'm bored as shit, I'm just talking to her and we're going back and forth, right? And I'm like back here. And he turns around me, he nicks at me, he's like, hey, can you please keep social distance 6 feet apart? Because I move a little bit over here and you move a little bit over here and I need you to be 6 feet apart, okay? And it was no warning, as in like, oh, come on, dude, like, you good? Can we just stay like that? He just like blasted me, right? And I got it to a point, I was like, oh, this is fighting words, you know what I mean? When he used that, but I got it because I wanted to be respectful to him. I was like, I do understand with the 6 foot, so I just went like, he caught me off surprise, as in like, do I rebuttal or I kick this guy's ass, And for the mature guy I am now, I'm just like, okay, and I think
our country right now is no.
But yeah. I was like, it was like beat his ass words, like. He nacked at me, like attacked me, as in like, hey, keep 6 feet apart, like, what the fuck, Like I was like harassing him for such a long time. I was like, dude, I'm just moving back and forth. And then he's like, hey, I'm moving here, you move here, I move here, you move here. What the hell? You know?
Asian guy or what?
Asian dude, you know?
Did he have an accent?
No, maybe Asian accent a little bit. I just maybe emphasize it more. But he looked like his jaw needed to be carved in.
Basically, he's trying to say there's no common courtesy, no decency, where it's
no
like, hey,
decency.
you know, you think you can just like keep a little distance. I'm literally kind of concerned for my health, and you know.
But you at IKEA with all these people around, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you were so concerned, then keep your ass home. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna get close. And plus, I'm masked up. We're all masked up. I'm not really going to your way.
I feel
but
like...
I do understand 6 feet apart. But I was really like right here. And he's just trying to go more. And I was like, dude,
But
I
you
can't
know,
even
with
touch
like
you, dude.
guidance is like, you know, it's okay to be outdoors as long as you're like social distancing. That's why he probably thinks it's okay. But I think what's more important is just human decency. Just ask me nicely. Hey, can you?
It was. It could have been the easiest way to approach it, and I could have been like,
I'm
no
kind of
problem.
concerned. You know, I'm a little bit scared. I just want to be here to pick up some stuff. But you know, I feel maybe you're a little bit too close. You think you could just like try to keep a little bit more distance? You know, that little bit more. You know.
Use your words.
Yeah.
Because if I
Like,
was younger, I
basically-
would have whooped his ass. Like a couple years younger, I would have whooped his ass.
Today, we're kind of like telling adults, use your words instead of kids, right?
No, that's what it is.
Scooper all day is like,
I get you.
but now we're seeing a bunch of adults, right? Anyways, so this is what we have on record. I think Trump is gonna win, even though we voted for Biden. Who do you think is gonna win, Vin?
Kanye West.
And Brian.
Biden, easy.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
What do we want to bet?
Bite into it.
Bite into it. If Trump wins,
Bite in.
you
Oh, he should have done that.
stop all of your work, Brian, and you work on this house until it's freaking complete, so
What
that
happens if
freaking
Biden
people
wins?
won't not show up to my
If
house
Biden wins, you work 8 hours a day on Merrimack Project.
on Merrimack.
Oh.
Deal.
This just got interesting.
That's easy. I got labor now.
I don't want to take 8 hours. I want 5 hours. My lucky number. 5 hours. What about Vin? What's your
5 hours then.
what's your take?
If Kanye wins, what?
Man, get out of this
Get
bed.
it?
See, I'm out.
All right, so if you haven't voted already, go out there and vote. Make sure you get your voice heard. A lot of people complain about this and that, but they don't go out and vote. Like Kanye, he was on David Letterman. He was like, was it David Letterman, Brian? Brian just watches all these news outlets and completely ignores wife. I get it. Social media situation. Anyways, Kanye was on this talk show, and then he was talking about how, you should do this, you should do that, the president should do blah, 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 blah. And then the host asked him if he voted, and he's like, no. And the host was like, if you never voted ever, then Kanye actually said, I never voted in my life. The guy was like, dude, if you never voted, then you don't have a voice. Shut up.
There's no point.
You don't have a say. So go out and vote.
You're not even in the race.
So
It's like when they said, like, I don't know what you yell about. You can't even get in. Love, right?
yeah. So just go out and vote.
Okay.
I know a lot of people think it doesn't count, but it really does. I mean, it really helps. It's like just think of it like a wall, a big wall, and then you have one person pushing it. It's not gonna help, but 2, still not gonna help. 3, not gonna help. 4, 5, 500, maybe push it in a little bit. Just keep pushing towards this wall, and I think eventually that one last person might really do the trick.
Well, it's like, I don't see how you could hate from outside the club. You can't even get in.
Exactly. All right, so go out and vote. Tomorrow, November 3rd, is the last day, and we will find out results unless it's a really close race and somebody's trying to contest it. We'll figure it out.
Do the good job and do the voting.
Okay, so we're gonna cap it out tonight and go to sleep. See you guys tomorrow. Do your due diligence. Go out there.
America.
Vote.
However you want to vote, just do it.